are testing it out. I'm going to check on some of the other platforms. If you guys are here, again, this similar to our previous platform, gives us an opportunity to pull all the comments in together. And as you guys know, I've been in the schnitzel box lately. So my content is not being shared out to you. So I'm going to see if this will actually work, if you guys will be able to see it, if you will not be able to see it, or what exactly is happening. Welcome to the broadcast. Hey, Marvin. Hey, Martha. Kathy, welcome. Appreciate you guys being here. Okay, so let me know if you guys can see and hear okay. Hey, Mark, thanks for being here. I appreciate that. Hey, Mark, another Mark. There you go. Pittsburgh, Melanie's in the house. Welcome to the broadcast, Mel. So, Melanie, which platform are you on? It's not doesn't tell me what platform that you're on. So let me know. And do you feel like it's actually working effectively? Like, is it crisp? Is it clear? Because I know I have a delay here where I don't usually have. So looking at that, so I'm kind of looking around. I'm also, because I see the Happs team is here, is there a way for me to move the chat box over to the right? That's where I'm used to having it over there where I kind of look through things. So Joanne fam in the house, Rice Girl, what's up? What is up, girlfriend? Oh, you're in LA. I saw your pictures from Hawaii and I was feeling super jealous. Super, super jealous. If you don't know, Joanne is the one that actually had sent me the original invite. I had been working on some other platforms. Excellent. And which one are you on, Joanne? Which one are you? Are you in the Happs app? Are you on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube? Which platform are you on? We are on 9 platforms right now. You guys, we're multicasting from 9 different platforms. Johannesburg, welcome to the broadcast, guys. Appreciate you being here. So today, if you guys are new to the broadcast, put a 1 in the chat box for me really quick, because you guys know we've been broadcasting for what, 5 or 6 years now. We've been doing our podcasts, we do our regular shows, and right now I've been focusing on the Step Up, Stand Out, and Speak broadcast, where we talk a little bit of politics and have a whole lot of fun, but we always treat people with dignity and respect, right? Let's see. Oh, excellent, excellent. There's not currently a way to reconfigure the broadcast studio, but that's something we have on the product. Excellent. Thanks so much for telling me, Mark. I appreciate it. So let me know, you guys. Again, pop a 1 in the chat box if you guys are new. You're watching Happs from your phone. Thanks, Mel. Appreciate that. 9 platforms. Well, I'm going from what they're saying. I got multicasting on 9. So I'm on YouTube, Facebook. I don't know if it's going live on Instagram. I don't know if it's on Instagram, maybe LinkedIn, a couple of Facebook groups, Twitch. I have to go through the list and see which ones we're on. But so today we're going to talk about 2 things, and kind of in the political arena. And if you guys are new, again, you probably don't know this, but we have a lot of fun here. I don't try and put other people down. I am definitely open to hearing what you feel, but I'm going to give you my opinion. We'll have a little fun, and when we get some trolls, we'll do a little troll patrol as well. So thank you guys for being here. Hit the share button, whatever platform you guys are on. And if you are on the Happs broadcast, I'd like you to hit that little subscribe button. Where is that, you guys? Where do you hit the subscribe button? Like I said, it's new on this platform. Hit that subscribe button so you know when I'm going live. Oh, thank you, Joanne. I appreciate that. Melanie said you're everywhere. So today, many of you guys know I live in California. So California, we got a little cray cray on the spectrum. You know, Joanne knows. And in my personal opinion, Governor Newsom is a nutball. That's just the way I feel. You can love him, you can hate him. It's okay. We can still be friends. But right now, I just saw this article came up that I wanted to talk about because this will affect you. Now, put a 2 in the chat box if you're an entrepreneur. Now, an entrepreneur can mean you have a business, you doing things as a side hustle. Maybe you're a real estate investor. And that's what we're going to kind of talk about today, is some real estate investments, because what we got going on right now, and part of it is totally COVID. And, we couldn't predict COVID was coming and what was happening. But the way it's being handled right now is about to really cause some problems. And I just read an article today I wanted to talk about. Let's see. You're not doing LinkedIn yet. Got it. Thank you. And and Instagram doesn't allow for multicasting. I love the Happs team popping in here. You guys got to try out this broadcast. And Mark, since you're here and I'm asking you questions, can you tell me, is there a way for me to share a link direct for them to join Happs? I did send it out earlier, but if you let me know, like I said, as I get used to the platform, I'd appreciate that. There are rarely trolls on Happs, but yeah, exactly. We're on all the other platforms right now. So they always come and find us, Mel. They love me. They love doing troll patrol. So let's go back to the real estate piece just for a second. So many of you guys know, or actually put a 3 in the chat box if you're aware about the moratorium on evictions that are going on right now. Put a 3 in the chat box if you're aware of moratorium on evictions. There is so, and again, I get it, but let's talk about it from both sides because I think that's what we're lacking sometimes, is seeing things from multiple perspectives. Now, as someone that owns real estate and does rental properties and stuff like that, I'm sensitive to this particular issue, and I wanted to make sure you guys are aware of it, and hopefully not so you can take advantage of it, like the people we're going to talk about in just a second, but so you can be aware and you can be you can be empathetic, because when we're in a difficult time, we all need to have empathy for other people, right? Let's see, send them to happs.tv/invite/ @Vicky Fitch, VICKI, F as in Frank, ITCH. Again, that's happs, HAPPS.tv/invite/ Vicky Fitch, VICKI, FITCH. Copy the link and go to the other platform to share. I see. So copy it here. If I pop it in the chat box, will it go out to all the areas? Let me know. Like I said, so right now I just read this article about what happened in Riverside, California. Now, Riverside's very close to me. It's actually where my son lives right now. And, and this is amazing, but I could have totally predicted this would happen. These people sold their home. Okay. They sold their home to another set of people. And then, even when escrow closed, listen, catch on to this, people. They refused to give up the keys and leave the property. And because there's a loophole that says you cannot evict people, you cannot get them out, no one can remove them even though they don't own the house anymore. They're basically sold their home but are squatting there for free. Okay. So put a 4 in the chat box if you're aware of the story. I'm happy to send you guys a link, but just think about this. Maybe you were in a tough situation and you needed the money. So you sold your house and got the money. But now you have decided, you know what? I really don't want to go anywhere, and it's not costing me any money. And because of what's coming down the pike, they don't want people to have to pay it back either. So what happens to the people who are renting properties? And of course, what happens to these poor people who have now paid out all the money? They're paying a mortgage payment for a house they can't live in. And then I didn't finish reading the article, but they have to be living somewhere. Either they're paying for a hotel or a motel, or they have to rent from someone else. So they've got double mortgage going on. Now, what do we think about this? It should, but it may not be clickable link. Gotcha. This is cray cray, right, Joanne? It is it's cray cray. Mel, if you want it later, I will be happy to send it to you now. Guys, I can see that there's a lot more of you that are not interacting yet. If you just do a girl a solid and maybe just type in hi, say something, make sure that the algorithm knows that I'm slightly relevant to you. Even if you may not want to come back later, even if you don't want to hit that share button, even if you don't want to hit the like button, at least say hi so I can know, like you guys are here. Because like I said, I can see you out there. I can see you peeking in, right? You're peering in here, but say hey. All right. All right. So anyway, this story, yeah, it is reported on Fox News. I'm reading it right here on my phone. Couple buys Riverside dream home, but seller refuses to move out in eviction moratorium loophole. So here we have people that are taking advantage of the system. Now we know when times get tough, people are trying to help out, but with all these, we're going to take the moratorium. What happens when this all hits at one time? So what if you had 30 rental properties? Let's just say that was your only way of producing income. You were receiving all of your income. Maybe you were retired and you just had passive income from those properties. All of a sudden, COVID hits. None of the people in those properties are required to pay you rent because there's a moratorium on it. Now, I suppose we're all hoping that people will be honest, and if you can afford it, that you are. But where does it put the people that are now behind on their mortgage? Because if you guys don't know, most mortgage companies, I'm sure there are a couple good ones out there, but most mortgage companies, they're not offering the same stay. They may have a moratorium that they're allowed to do default on your loan. But as soon as this is over, you got to make up all the payments at one time. If you guys don't know that, and like I said, I have experience with that. One of the items on our other show, right? And whoever, it says Facebook user. I don't know who you are, but I'm assuming you're from one of the groups because that's what the other platforms do. If you have not authorized Happs on your platform to show your details, whoever just wrote, "This is crazy" with capital CRAZY, put your name in the chat so I know who you are. Hello from Fairfax. Welcome to the broadcast, Mike. Appreciate you being here. And so think about that. Think about what happens when now all of a sudden you have 30 mortgages that are a year late and you're supposed to, and those people haven't paid you rent, they're not required to come up with the 30 with the 1 year's worth of rent. What happens to you? Do you end up bankrupt because those people didn't make their payments? Do you guys see where I'm coming from? Put a 5 in the chat box if you get where I'm coming from. Put a 5 if that makes you feel a little uncomfortable. Now, it may not affect you, but I'm trying to help you guys create some empathy. Empathy for other people, recognizing that when we try and do nice things, sometimes people will take advantage, right? Like you probably know Joyce Jones, girlfriend, how are you? And how's the weather up there in Canada, my friend? How is it doing? That think about how this affects other people and how you would feel if you were the person in this situation. And so that's what we try and do. The Step Up, Stand Out, and Speak show is all about giving you a voice. And like I said, we may not agree. I'm totally okay with that. We don't have to agree. Let's see. Facebook users are all on Facebook, not necessarily in a group. Happs team is working on identifying them. Melanie, you are like super informed here, girl. Are you already on? Thank you for subscribing, Mike. I appreciate it. Joanne, you're on Facebook now. See, so Joanne's coming up with her name. The way our previous one would work is that when they're in a group, if they have not chosen to allow the authorization of the app to use them, and for those of you guys who are new, we are testing, but we're talking a little bit about politics at the same time while I'm learning this app. But it will say Facebook user. It won't tell me their name. Joanne's on Facebook, and her picture isn't showing up, but her name is showing up. Love seeing you again too, my friend. I really appreciate it. It's OC here, like 0 degrees Celsius. Holy Toledo. Well, I'm not even going to tell you what the temperature is here that I complain about, my friend. It's way warmer than that. All right. So, guys, if you have not subscribed to the channel, if you're not on Happs yet, I want you guys to go to, again, that I'm watching you from my Facebook personal profile. Excellent. Okay. So, and I can see Joanne's name there. Like I said, people that are in the groups, I'm guessing Joyce is probably coming in from maybe the Rockstar group or one of those things. And that's where it's listing that out. So you guys, if you haven't subscribed, if you haven't come to Happs yet, make sure that you go to Happs. Oh, what was it again? Joanne, remind me again, what was it? I'm going to try and grab this link. And yes, we can talk about that as well. I will introduce myself for those of you new. Thank you so much for asking, and I really do appreciate it. You're right, Joanne told me about the platform a while ago. Let's see. I can't find that link. Oh, here it is. Let me see if it'll let me. No, it won't let me pick it up. Oh, well, maybe it will. I'm going to try this and see if it will let me post it. Oh, it's saying my comments can only be private. Is there? Oh, there it goes. I think this is. Let's try that. If you guys have not joined Happs yet, then go to that link. There we go. And then and join and make sure that you subscribe to my channel so we can make sure to stay connected. As you guys know, I'm in the schnitzel box a lot over on, FB, right? I have had my 30-day, I've had a 90-day suspension, and I haven't done anything wrong. I'm conservative and I'm talking truth. So just so you know, that's what happens, right? And so hopefully you guys will subscribe so you can. I register at Happs, but watching you from Facebook. Excellent. Well, I'm glad that you're here, but make sure you're following me on Happs as well. And again, whatever channel you guys are on, make sure you hit the follow button, hit the share button, hit the, if you're on YouTube, make sure you hit the bell so you know when my live broadcasts go on, because we need to stay together. Like I said, we can have good conversations, and you don't have to agree with me. I'm totally okay with that. I will respect your opinion. Now, it looks to me like I'm getting digitized on the little mini screen in here, not on the big one. For those of you who are familiar with Happs, does that mean my internet is wonky? Because it's not showing me that on the bar one, the one that shows I'm connected. It's just the little side one. So somebody let me know if you guys know that. Where is Happs? It's happs.tv. So there's a link that I popped in that I'm going to try. It's right above. I don't know. Did it go into all the chats, you guys, or does it only go into one? I'm going to try it again. No, that didn't work. Let's see, over here on Periscope now. Okay, so Joanne, it's working on Periscope, like at least for another, 8 days? Follow me on Happs, I follow you back. I will definitely do that, Melanie, if I haven't already. I'm trying to find out who my friends are that are already here on the app. And those of you that are interested in some content, hey, what how hard can it be? Just do a girl a solid, give me a follow, let's check it out, see if you like me, awesome, if you don't, hey, no problem, no harm, no foul. You can unlike me again right away, and you can I just posted on Facebook that, I was scrolling through my news feed, and I won't say who it was because many of you on here know this person, but I'm scrolling through my news feed and Facebook pops up with recommended friends list. And I was like, what? That is my friend. Well, my friend ain't my friend no more, apparently. Well, I do know that he's very left, and I'm definitely a conservative. So I'm assuming that's why he decided to unfriend me. But I was like, oh, well, there you go. Bye, Felicia. That it happens, right? We don't all have the same opinions, but me personally, I can deal with other people's opinions. I wish there were ways to watch without having to register. Oh, you can. What do you mean? Is that you, Joyce, asking that? You can watch because you're on Facebook and you're not registered. It's the other one. You can see all everybody's comments if you're inside the Happs. Correct, Joanne? Let me know. Um, and my friend Joanne wants you to follow her too. She's pretty amazing. She is a hoot. This one, she's got several different shows that she does, and she's a hoot. I'm broadcasting from my desktop right now. You're already following me, Mel. I will go back and follow you. Like I said, I'm kind of kind of familiarizing myself with what's going on here. And yeah, it was awkward, but you know what? I thought that's good. Most people don't have the courage to continue following someone's content if they don't agree with it. I mean, I don't have to yell. Oh, it's not you, Joyce. Okay, see, all of you guys that say Facebook user, I can't figure it out now. I don't know if Mark is still here from Happs, but can you tell me, is there an easy tutorial to let people know from the groups on how to get that? I think it's just going and authorizing the app, just like we have to do for this, correct? You're watching from Facebook. Okay. So anyway, you guys do not have to register for Happs. You can watch from all those platforms. I am on YouTube right now. We're on Facebook. We're inside a couple of my Facebook groups. We're on Twitch. We are here in the Happs broadcasting. I'm trying to list them all out, the 9 running when it says you're multicasting on 9 things. Maybe it was a fake account wanting to get followers. Who was? Mel? Oh, no, it wasn't. I clicked on it. I clicked to go see it was them. We're not friends anymore. From Copenhagen, welcome to the broadcast, Donald. Appreciate you being here. And you guys tell me, so this side, that's giving the vertical version, right? So I have to make sure I keep my head in that little section over here, which is different than the platform than our other ones. They can unfollow and still remain your friend on Facebook. Oh, I know they can, Joanne, but he didn't. He unfriended me, and you know him, so I won't say his name. There is a Happs app too. Yes, I did download it on my phone as well, so I can do my Girl on the Streets broadcast as well from here. And like I said, I appreciate you guys being here. If you haven't followed already, definitely hit the follow button. And if you have enough courage, if you got enough moxie, hit the share button because we have interesting things to say for sure. Things that everybody doesn't necessarily agree with. But that's the way it needs to be. Like here, I'm about to drop another bomb. If you're not, you may or may not agree with this. I don't know, right? But there is what's the word I'm looking for? There's a concern going on right now that I'm sure you guys know that there's a concern on the border, right? And again, you may think that all illegal immigrants should be able to come to the country without going through the steps. That, like I said, you're totally open to believe that. I personally don't think that that's the right idea. I think that, especially during a pandemic, a global pandemic, when the rest of us have been, especially here in California, have been locked down like, as tight as a drum because we got Nutty Newsom as our governor. Yeah, yes, you know the person, Melanie, that we have, we've been experiencing all this stuff. And now, Biden, did $86 million investment in getting hotel rooms for the illegal aliens he's, allowing to cross the border. Now, and I don't know if you guys know, but the kids that have crossed, over half of them are COVID positive. So there's a great influx especially in I know of in the states of California and Texas, of COVID positive people. We're trying to get the numbers down so we can continue to open up. But our president is allowing anybody with a pulse to come in, basically, and especially the children who are being, it's just nuts. I am totally open and love the fact that America is open for everyone to come to. I think that's what the beauty of this country is. But the way we're doing it is insane. I mean, honestly, it's absolutely insane. In the middle of a pandemic where you're closing people down and saying, you guys all have to wear a mask and you all have to get tested and you want us to all get a vaccine or we're not going to be able to do X, Y, and Z. But people that aren't from the country can come in with COVID and infect everyone else, and that's totally okay. And by the way, if you guys didn't know, stimulus money was given to millions of illegal immigrants, and it's the ones that are already here that long stayed past their visa, and there are millions of them that are getting stimulus money, and they're not even supposed to be in the country. Again, I'm not opposed to people of coming into the country. I know some people have overstayed their welcome and aren't supposed to be here anymore. I'm not narking them off, but I don't think we should give them money for doing it. I mean, can you? I really don't. And again, I'm not being critical. It just, as an entrepreneur and a business person, we have to make decisions that are good for our country, just like we have to make decisions that are good for our business. So you got to make them and you got to stage them. If you want, if you want open borders, then maybe you need to transition through that concept and make sure your own people are safe first. Because honestly, we got lots of children that are going hungry here. We got lots of people that are homeless. We got our homeless veterans out there, but you're spending $86 million on illegal immigrants. Again, I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want those people to be cared for, but you have to stair step into things. You cannot. I mean, this is just nuts. It's just nutty McNuts. Now I'm going to go look at your comments. And again, you don't have to agree with me. We don't scream, yell, or kick you off. We'll have a conversation. Let's see. People should go to Happs TV so they can see all the comments and throw you cool awards. Ooh, cool awards. I like that. Come over to Happs TV, you guys. Again, my good buddy Joanne is going to go ahead and drop that link again, so I don't have to go find it. I will get on board. I'm so used to my comments being on the right that it's weird for me to have to twist my head this way. Happs won't let me verify a comment, doesn't recognize my city. Huh, I don't know who that is, but I can still see what you just wrote. So I don't know why, but I guess you could give him a fake city. Joanne says, what? 80? Yes, Joanne. And if you guys ever want links to any of this stuff, all you have to do is message me. I don't know how to get them afterwards if they were in Happs. Maybe my friends here do. But I have the articles. I never really talk about much unless I actually have articles to back it up. Can I get some free money? Yeah. I'm identifying right now as your daughter. So you can maybe get some stimulus money for me being as your daughter. Let's see. High five award. Melanie, thank you so much. So there are awards. I don't know much about the awards, but I know I just got 2, which means your broadcasters, if you like them, can earn income here. Patrick Vanderbilt, welcome to the broadcast. Thanks so much for subscribing. I really appreciate it. And my girl Joanne also dropped a link in there again. It's Happs, happs.tv/invite/at Vicky Fitch. Now I do know that there's, I don't know, some coins or something I get when y'all hit, when you hit my link, and then I'll be able to see, right, Joanne? Don't I get to see the people who actually used my links, almost like they're a little group of people? It's been Patrick, it has been a while. So glad to see you. And again, if you guys have the courage, hit the share button on whatever platform you're on and make sure that you give a follow. Maggie, welcome, girlfriend. Maggie is a very dear friend of mine, guys. New to this, thanks for sending the link. Hotel rooms, yes, 86 million. Have you seen the homeless population on the streets? Yes, we are open borders for more to come in a hotel. I know, 86 million. That's just the first round. Let's face it. That's not going to be enough to take 100,000, 200,000, a million people. It's Ed. I'm connecting on Facebook. Happs won't let me verify. Don't know what city to put in. Do we have any of our Happs people still here? Ed's trying to get on to Happs, but it won't let him verify the city in order to have his account. If anybody's there, know, or Joanne, if you know, please let him know as well. All right. So again, hit the share button. But yes, there's crazy stuff going on that we all, and that's why the show's called Step Up, Stand Out, and Speak. You might be speaking about something different than what I agree with. Again, that's what makes our country so freaking awesome. We don't have to agree. But if you act like an adult and I act like an adult, we can agree to disagree, or we can have some communication, and you might see a different perspective. I might see a different perspective, and who knows? One of us might change our mind, not because the other one is trying to make us change our mind, but because the information, sometimes we aren't given all the information. Now, I'm kind of a digger of information. I have sources all over the place. As a matter of fact, many of you in here send me articles and links. So I have informed information. And if you guys are still using, if you're still using the G instead of like the duck, y'all might want to check it out, because you'll be amazed at the differences you come up when you do some searches. Question. Yes, Maggie, what's your question? Can W. I didn't see anything else. Closest major city to where you live. Pick a major city close to you, Ed, and that will work. Let's see. I suggest that all me Dem friends go to the border and adopt a family. All your Dem friends, they want to, right? But I mean, at this point, I'm thinking about going and pretending I'm illegal so I can kick back in a hotel paid for free from, who knows for how long. I mean, really, we're not saying this is for 30 days. And I guess you guys probably know what already happened, right? You already know. Did you guys see? Put a 6 in the chat box if you guys saw what they've done in, oh gosh, is it San Francisco, where they built a city, a little mini city of like tiny houses for all the homeless people. Did you guys see this? I can't even remember how much that was. I mean, the money that is being spent is like extreme, but I'm at least a proponent of that. Building these little mini things to house the homeless, making sure that people get the help they need. There's a lot of people on the streets. Like my friend was doing a live broadcast from LA. Now, Joanne, you might have seen some of the stuff going on. She's doing a live broadcast, and behind her, there was a woman who squatted right there and pooped, and then picked her poop up and threw it at another person. True story. This is in LA, right? This is a place that used to be beautiful. And right now, after the riots during the summer, things are just cray cray. And I would say, I did a broadcast not too long ago called Where Have All the Leaders Gone? Because I got to tell you, people are not actually leading. They're pretending, and the pretending's got to go. Let's see. Question. Let's see. I suggest yes. There you go. I had to use. Okay, and when the comments here are deleted, are you guys deleting your own comment, or is there some way someone else is deleting them? Just let me know. I mean, maybe I'm, I don't know. Just let me know because I've seen it twice now. It says comment deleted. I had to use Pittsburgh. It didn't recognize the city I live in. Okay, Mel. All of California was once populated by Mexicans and Indians. Remember, you are the immigrant visitor. Okay, so Donald, I don't have a problem with that, but that was I assume you're talking pre-United States when the United States was formed, right? And there's a set of laws, and the world has accepted those borders and boundaries as the U.S. And then our government here in the United States has, there's a set of criteria that we use on allowing the legal immigration. I wasn't here back then, but I do believe that we need to follow the current laws. We can't kind of go back to, um, like whoever takes over somebody else on the terrain, because then there's lawlessness. So, again, I'm not suggesting that we're not all immigrants, but we have to, start. Thank you so much for subscribing, my friend. That we have to start. We have to use the laws and the boundaries that we've got right now. Let's see. Thank you so much, Mel. If you haven't followed my friend Melanie, she just dropped her link in there. The happs.tv/invite, and then and her name is there, Melanie Weiser. You can also put at Vicky Fitch. I mean, Skid Row has been in LA for a while, but it looks really bad now. Venice is horrible. You know what, Patrick? It is, but it's not just Skid Row anymore. It's Venice. I saw Rodeo Drive for a while was just outrageous. I haven't been back down there. You're commenting from Happs. Ed, you're here. Thanks so much. I'm glad you got in. Users delete their own. Thank you, Joanne. My own delete because of fat fingers. Yeah, I call that fat finger syndrome, or fat thumb syndrome, actually. Hello from Oklahoma City. Lindsay Badger, what's up, girlfriend? Hopefully you guys, again, hit the button. Make sure you guys are following. If you're not inside Happs yet, I want you to go to Happs. Again, the link is happs.tv, happs.tv/invite/at Vicky Fitch. Come in here, and then you can see all the comments from everybody on all the platforms. We are on 9, more multicasting from 9 here. Let's see. You still do not have domain. Okay, Donald. So help me understand what you're saying. We don't. The U.S. does have domain. I personally don't, but the laws that are established and ones that are recognized across the entire world, we do have domain, right? And therefore, the president of the United States, which unfortunately happens to be Joe Biden right now, I do think that Joe Biden has a complete cognitive decline and is not in his right mind. I mean, I'm sorry. Everything. If you guys are watching anything besides checking out Google, you'll see the man is just not all there. But we do have domain over the country at this point, and the rest of the world sees that as well. So, although we could try and turn back time, that's unrealistic, right? People aren't going to do that. And so this is the law right now. So maybe you can help me understand your point. Let's see. Hey, Lindsay Badger in the house. Girl, it's so good to see you. If you have moderators, they can delete too. Okay. Well, Melanie, I think I'm going to have to make you a moderator because I hope that you're a regular participant here. Lindsay, I'm so glad to see you guys. And again, if you hit the share button, I'd really appreciate it. I'd love to know if you guys have some stuff that you want to talk about. Maggie, I know you were starting to talk about something. Feel free to let me know what it was, that question you started to ask. I know sometimes we can start typing, or if we are texting or popping it in on our fingers, that it can get a little tricky. But I'm super excited to be here on this app. I have to tell you, like I said, this is my first time. It's a little different. Than most of it. If you haven't done on this app before, the box, you've got your full box. It's tiny though at the top, and then kind of looks like you're looking at your phone that has a slight delay. I bet there's a way. It looks like I have options to do some images, to do my intro and outro, and pop those up here, which I'll definitely check on. And Joanne, maybe you can put in a good word for me, because I tried to upload some graphics and it won't let me, based on people they're afraid are spammers or something. Maybe you can, maybe, I don't know, because maybe you can tell them, hey, she's legit. Let's see. Welcome to the platform. It's awesome here. The community is wonderful. Lindsay, I am so glad to see you, my friend. It was great seeing you at our Bodenweiser and Himmelblau event, and totally appreciate you being here. So, is there any other things you guys want to chat about today? I am hopefully going to do my evening content. I would love to know what time of day you guys like too. Normally I do my broadcast at 6 p.m. I've been trying to figure out if I can do them a little earlier. It would make things a little bit easier for me and my family. I would love to know what time you guys think would be a good time and what content you guys want to talk about. Like I said, I got lots of stuff to talk about. And again, I'm still interested in the feedback from my friend there about, I apologize, I can't remember your name, who's reminding me that that we do not have domain. Donald. So Donald, again, I am interested in hearing what you have to say, and hopefully we can continue to have a positive discussion on it. Because there's some people that are, that want to come in and actually be a troll, right? I haven't gotten that impression from him yet, but many of you guys know we do. We have trolls that come in and they don't want to have a conversation. All they want to do is throw their opinion out, shove it down your throat, and if you don't like it, they call you names and do whatever. That's that, we'll do a little troll patrol if we have that stuff going on, but there's no reason we can't have intelligent conversations. My high school, let's see, Donald, my high school is in Southern California, was 90% Caucasian. It's now 99% Hispanic. You have already lost domain. Okay, but that doesn't even make sense, Donald. I mean, there's transitions. What high school did you go to? I went to high school in Southern California too. What high school did you go to? Maybe we can start from there. Lindsay says the mayor blessed us with his presence last night. Actually, at the Blabberers are popping up here. It's very reminiscent of the old days. That's excellent. Maggie says, let's talk about schools and what's happening. I think private school is the way out now. I have a lot to say about schools. I will tell you. I love current events type broadcasts where everyone can discuss different points of view. Me too, Joanne, because I think that there's not enough places that we can actually have a conversation. Most of them are, if you don't agree with me, you're a moron, you're an idiot, and get off. Get off, get out of here. We don't like you. But that's not true. Now, Maggie brought up schools, and right now, my son just graduated from high school last year, so COVID hit, and he did not get, of course, his prom and his graduation stuff. I mean, I had to do the drive-by graduation from my car, so the video I have literally has the door. My husband was driving, so it's got the door and the piece in between. So I'm, got the world's worst video. And, but I watched the decline of the kids. I watched my own son get depressed and discouraged when we were all locked down, and then not being able to experience some of those things. I've seen people over express now, like they're busting out, like they've been held down, held captive. And I watch kids that are completely depressed and discouraged, and the kids that were A students are now falling down really far behind, and parents that are completely overwhelmed and zoned out because they're trying to be homeschool teachers, try and keep up on their kids. The teachers don't want them in the room, but they want the parents responsible. It's like parents are doing, quadruple the work they did before. Now, I'm not saying teachers don't have it challenging, but the teachers, they have a responsibility to do their best. and I hope that that's what they're doing, but the parents are responsible to make sure the kid's getting their homework done, to make sure the kid's eating, to make sure the kid's doing their chores. The parent is responsible for doing their own work or whatever they're responsible for. And, I know as an entrepreneur, doing stuff from home is like it's a skill set, right? I actually teach people how to do that. How do you work from home? When COVID started, we had a sponsor and we did the Do You Neo show. Do you need extra opportunities? And one of the things we did was talking about how do you work from home? How do you deal with the distractions? Well, you're not just dealing with distractions, you're dealing with a constant distraction if you're trying to teach your kids on Zoom. Now, from all the research I've done, everybody, I mean, it seems like the LA school board is the one stopping people from going back to school. But kids need to be back in school. They absolutely need it. And, private schools are open. They're allowing things to happen. And, Governor Newsom talking about how he's dealing with Zoom school. But from what I understand, his kids have been in a private school the entire time and they didn't shut down. So, we need to be honest too about what's going on. We need to be honest about what we're delivering, what our challenges are. You don't have to, be a martyr and pretend you've had a challenge you haven't had. Be a support system for someone who does have that one, and let other people be a support system for you who have. Organizing your time, organizing your energy is important when you're trying to do things at home, and we got to teach our kids those skills too, because they're kids are floundering right now. I think it's absolutely essential that we get kids back in school. They need that interaction. They need the connectivity of other kids and other students. And honestly, they need a little bit of peer pressure to get their butts in gear. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, put a 7 in the chat box if you know what I'm talking about. That you at school wanted to study for that test because you didn't want Mary Lou or Jimmy Joe Jim Bob to beat you or to have something over you. We would excel a little bit. We'd certainly push ourselves a little bit more to make sure that we did better. So right now from Zoom school, like home and you're goofing around and not focusing. I mean, most people I know don't actually pay attention to what's going on at Zoom. They turn their screen off for a minute and they're doing this and maybe checking their voicemail. The focus, people are not focused like they need to be. Let me go back over here for a minute. Let's see. If you have, let's see, welcome to your VIP badge should transfer over to Happs soon. Which one, from Periscope or which one? My high school. Okay, so Donald, hopefully you've come up with an answer here about what high school you went to. We can edit our own comments. Somehow it went backwards. Let's talk about schools. I love Kern. Yeah. Okay. So 2 people said actually are interacting. It looked like more comments were coming in, and sometimes the comments get lost, you guys, because while I was talking, I saw stuff scrolling, and then now when I was reading stuff, it looked like I was just reading the same things. Okay, so I have about 7 more minutes. If you guys have something that you want to talk about, let's chat. Like I said, I have lots of good juicy content coming up. I mean, and if many of you guys if you've been watching, that I am like the biggest Recall Newsom fan on the planet. I think that man is I just don't think he has our best interests at heart. I absolutely don't. And the hypocrisy makes me nuts. I think leaders have a responsibility to act like leaders. And if we make mistakes, we need to own our mistakes, be embarrassed by our mistakes, and then move forward, not be dramatic and try, I know I made a mistake. When you have shut this freaking country down, but you allowed your own wineries to be open until many of us were, calling and saying we were going to go and picket, then that's not leadership, right? That's being leadership of convenience. When people call you out on things, when you go to the French Laundry, when everybody else is supposed to be masked and 6 foot apart and this and that, but you're in a big group of people, of political advocates and medical field people that aren't taking this very seriously, it's really hard for other people to take it seriously if our own leadership doesn't really think it's that serious. I mean, be honest. If I thought I was going to die if I stepped outside without a mask on, I wouldn't step outside without a mask on, right? So when we look to leaders and they're walking around and going to restaurants in close proximity without masks on, it says something. They either have more information than we do, or they just have they don't have any regard for what's going on in their own lives. Whatever it is, we need to recognize that as a leader, you have a responsibility. Your responsibility is to either, if you don't believe masks should be worn, then be honest and say, you know what, I support X, Y, and Z. I support the CDC, but the data doesn't support this, or just be honest. And I mean, put an 8 in the chat box if you guys are tired of people that aren't honest. I mean, that at least, even if you don't agree with them, at least you can respect people that tell the truth. They tell you what they think. They just spell it out. Now, Newsom, if you guys know about the $1 billion mask deal, right? I mean, okay, put a 9 in the chat box if you know about Newsom and his $1 billion mask deal that's been mostly kept out of the media, except for some small publications like the SAC-B and those things. I've done several broadcasts on it. I call it the Great Masquerade, MASK arrayed, because the man spent $1 billion of California taxpayer money on masks, paying $3.75 a piece for them, when his own his own mayor of one of his largest cities, Garcetti of LA, bought him for 84 cents here in the US, but Newsom bought his for $3.84 from China. And now, I'm not picking on China, but I am saying, why, when our own economy is hurting, why are we stretching across over to China, where we have to wait 6, 8, 12 weeks for masks to come in, and we're paying 4 times as much? I mean, come on, people, that just makes zero sense. But we're going to have a whole episode on that one. Let's see. Now you can scroll back on the comments. Thanks, Mel. It's not, hey, Stacey Lynn, it's not that serious. This whole COVID thing is a big con to bring down America. You know, Stacey, I can't 100%, I can't even disagree with that. I believe obviously there is COVID. But if you guys have seen what's happening, put a 10 in the chat box if you guys know that there's a group of doctors. I think there's at least 800 of them that are suing the CDC. Put a 10 in the chat box if you're familiar with that group of doctors that's suing the CDC. That they got a virologist, one of them, and I'll try and get my facts straight. Why would I trust masks from China? Exactly, Maggie. And by the way, we still haven't gotten any of them. Now it's been a year, right? Do you know what the interest on $1 billion, the first deposit he made was $675 million. You know what the interest is on $675 million? Now, I could be wrong, but we did the calculations at one point. I think on $500,000, it's $250,000 a month in interest. Now, I could be wrong. Any of you are scholars out there, and I can go do some calculations. But $250,000 a month. Where's that money? Where's the interest? Where's the arbitrage? Where's the masks? And where's the money? Okay. Anyway, we'll talk about that. So sorry, you guys. I know I got off on the Newsom thing is really drives me nuts. I didn't know about that mask thing. It is so wrong, Joyce. It really is. Right. My brother called me today and told me he has COVID, but 99.5% recovery. Oh yeah. So that's what we were talking. Michael Murray, welcome to the broadcast, and thanks for subscribing, my friend. That we need to recognize that COVID is real, but these doctors I was telling you about, I think COVID is real. I have to believe, because I don't believe things are the same right now, because, the flu is gone. I mean, how did the flu completely 100% disappear? There's no flu cases, right? It doesn't make sense. But that during this doctor, he's a virologist and a couple other things. I mean, he's got a lot of, credentials behind him. He tested. And so I have to get a few more of the details of how this transpired, but he's eligible to do testing for these samples. He got 1,500 samples of COVID positive people. He tested them all, and 0 were COVID positive. 0 out of 1,500. 0, right? So he took it and sent it out. This group of doctors sent it to 5, if I believe I'm getting the facts right. They're very close if they're not perfect. 5 hospitals like UCLA, USC, like their medical departments, and had them test them too. And they came out with the same conclusion, that the 1,500 COVID positive samples, 0 of them actually were COVID. So they asked the CDC for a sample of COVID, which the CDC refused. And he said, he's not saying that there is no COVID, but what he's saying is, as a scientist, if I don't get to see a sample of what you're telling me is infecting the entire world, I'm going to have to believe that there is none. So either give me the sample and let us identify how you mismarked 1,500 out of 1,500, which is 100% inaccuracy. How did that happen? And so they're suing the CDC that there is no COVID, or to get the samples so we can identify what's really going on. Because that's the thing, is that when it first happened, I locked my whole freaking family down. I locked them down tight because I am immune compromised. And I did not want to be that person that was having a problem, that I'd end up in the hospital and, on the ventilator and may not make it out. That's the truth. But okay, so here's my thing, and I'm going to read those in just 1 second, guys. I am immune compromised. I am responsible for my health. If you know you have COVID, you should be staying home. The rest of the thing, it's my responsibility to take care of my health, not yours. I don't expect the world to mask up and protect me. That is wrong. That is putting us in a predicament that's not acceptable. I would never expect the world to protect me. I am responsible to protect myself. All right, so let me see. Let's see. We're going back over here. Michael, it's so good to see you. Pepe is here. Welcome to the broadcast, my friend. I have not spoken to you for a while. I'm annoyed at the medical profession because they lie or mislead us about effectiveness of stuff like masks, vaccines, hydrochloroquine, a vector. I know, right? I mean, okay, I call him flip flop and Fauci, right? I have never seen a man that flip flops on what he says so many times and then tries to make excuses for why he flip flopped. Well, I lied because of this, and I didn't want you to wear a mask because we didn't have enough. You know what? Then again, where have all the leaders gone? Leadership is truth. Tell people what you need them to do. Everybody's not going to do it. But when you lie, all you do is you discredit yourself, completely discredit yourself. Let's see. I'm annoyed because they lie. Yes. Okay. What Happs, where you'll be loved the features. Oh, thanks, Rick. Appreciate you. Guys, make sure you hit the follow button. And I hear my husband, I think he got home and he forgot his garage door opener. So I think he's ringing my doorbell. I see a Periscope troll found you. It's possible. Oh my gosh, is that you? I can't believe it. I am so excited. I think Foho is in the house. Is that you, Foho? Oh, it is you. I love it. I love it. Oh, thank you for the award, my friend. Fraser Ramsey in the house. You guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Don't leave a girl lonely out here. They pretend medicines that take individuals from ventilators to complete recovery. Frontline doctors treated with hydrochloroquine get 100% recovery. I know, right, Pepe? I hear you. It is insane, right, Stacy? Yes. Hold on, guys. My husband is calling me, so hold on. Terry, you're on speaker because we're live on the air. Did you forget your garage door opener? Okay, I'll be there in a minute. I'm just finishing up my broadcast. Guys, everybody say hi to my husband. Okay, I'll be down in a minute. Bye. Okay, guys. I know, I totally agree. It is, Stacy. It is. So the so-called professionals deny us effective treatment. I know, isn't that horrendous? They want us to take experimental vaccines instead of safe, effective treatments. You know what? I am one of those people, guys. I am not taking the vaccine. I'm not telling you not to do it. I'm not taking it. I've had adverse reactions to other things, and I'm going to choose to let the good Lord and my immune system continue working it. If something happens to me, then I accept responsibility. I don't think it's your fault or the person not wearing the mask. I don't blame anyone else. It's my responsibility to take care of me. If you have COVID and you come and cough on me or do something, that's on you. That's you being wicked and evil. Foho, subscribe. Thanks, Foho. It's good to see you. Hi, Vicky's hubby. Thanks, Pepe. You guys, I totally appreciate you. You're amazing. I am going to, like I said, I'm going to schedule out some of the other broadcasts. I noticed that the broadcasts, when they're scheduled, are not going out on the other platforms. I am going to switch my time. So if you're not on my newsletter list, I'm going to right here. Yeah, Joyce says she's not. I'm going to try and give you this. I want you to go to vickyfitch.com. You guys need to get on my newsletter list. And we get on the newsletter list so you know what platforms we're on, what our new schedule is going to be. We have a new book that's going to be coming out pretty soon. We got all kinds of content and stuff coming. So I'm super excited. I really appreciate you guys. Joanne, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to get connected on this platform. If you guys haven't already signed up here, if Joanne's here, drop that link one more time. I swear I'll get it, my friend. I will be able to get it, but it's invite. What is it? Happs, HAPPS.TV/invite/@ Vickifitch. You guys are amazing. I really feel welcome here. Stay healthy, you too, Pepe. I feel really welcome here. I will try and be back on today, but I will get the regular schedule going because we have some really good stuff coming. Anyway, you guys are amazing. I appreciate each and every one of you. And until next time, I want to remind you, like I always do, to dream it, believe it, and achieve it. Ciao.